Hey, welcome back to Beyond the Manual. This is going to be a quick video. We are on the 69 Buick Sylark convertible, and you can see I've done this side already. This is by no means even close to a quote nice paint job, but it is a 10-foot car, arguably now maybe even a 5-foot car. And what we're doing is just trying to remove the layers of oxidation, light scratches. Most of the defects are going to be inside the clear coat, deep inside the clear coat or in the paint itself. So we're not going to be able to correct those, such as solvent bubbles and the checkered lacquered paint that is very likely under this clear coat. But I'm going to take you through what I'm using here. Couldn't find any good videos on YouTube for this stuff. And I've always heard, that the mayonnaise, the white stuff is the low cut. But it appears that with the Meguiar's product, this is their professional series stuff. This is basically one step below the extra heavy cut. It's all white. So I think that's just a Meguiar's thing. But basically, we didn't wet sand this at all. Truth be told, I'll probably sand all this down and repaint it later. This is strictly just for the summer. So we started off just by kind of giving it a cleaning with some, I got this from O'Reilly's on discount here. The quick detailer, just to get the dust and crap off. And we started off here with Agrito's microfiber. This is supposed to be a little bit more aggressive than, not as aggressive as the wool, but more aggressive than the foam. And then we are using, as our compounding pad, if you will, the blue one from Harbor Freight. The Agrito's is from O'Reilly's again. The Grant pads are actually made in Germany, believe it or not, and they're relatively reasonable and they held up pretty darn good. And we're gonna go through this process here. Then following that, I'm using their polishing yellow pad, and to finish up everything, their finishing pad. So for the first 2 rounds, for the microfiber and the blue, we're going to be using this Meguiar's Ultra Deep Speed Compound. It's a number 9 on their scale for cut. And when we move to the yellow, I actually have it over here already. That product is their Ultra Pro Finishing Polish, the M210. And this is a 3.5, where I've also seen basically the same product as a 4. And what I can tell you so far, and we'll take a look at the video, is that this does a very good job of not leaving noticeable swirl marks. Again, a little hard to tell given this is so not good already. But this actually, when you use it right, it really did have very little splatter, very little dust. And this stuff actually does a noticeable job going a little bit slower, not necessarily the buffer speed, but just, probably doing like a quarter at a time back and forth. Then wiping that off, that gives a noticeable difference. And then we're gonna finish up with this show car glaze, which is basically a straight polish, 0 cut. So we've gone through and done the microfiber in blue. We are just moving on now to the yellow pad. Again, this is the 6-inch Harbor Freight Bauer polisher. Other than the motor gets a little hot, so I've been giving it a little bit of breaks, do a side of the car, go get a drink of water, a cup of coffee, cold snack, give it some time to cool down, then just go through. Again, we're doing a 4-step just because, one, I don't care if I wreck this paint because I'm going to sand it anyways, and I wanted to see how aggressive I could get with the Meguiar's product and the stuff from that you can just get off the shelf at your local stores. And so far, I think it's doing a pretty good job. So I'm going to put you on speed laps. We're going to get going on this 210 polish, and then we'll finish up with the show glaze and that gray pad. right, I'm going to try to get, so that, again, disregard the obvious issues in the paint, well, you can pretty much see that even after that stage, it's already pretty much a mirror finish. And we're gonna go one more. So, other things I would recommend is tape stuff off if you don't want the buffing compound over everything. Once it dries, it is a bear to get off. Ask me how I know. I've also found that these more plush microfiber towels last a lot longer. They go a lot further. Pretty much using one per stage, per side of the car. So just have a pile of them ready. That's been working really good. Okay, so that was just in review here. The 210 Ultra Finish Polish. Now, you could probably stop there. At this point, I know we've removed most of the oxidation, but since I bought the bottle, we might as well just, do the final step in our prep here. Put on this show glaze. Truth be told, I'm not even gonna wax this. I just don't need anything more in my sandpaper later on when I strip this car down. So we'll get her shiny with this and the pad. Now, again, truth be told, you probably want a couple sets of these. I've actually, these Grants actually have held up good enough to where I did this whole car with one set. So this pad's already done the hood, the trunk, one side of the car. And all I've done was clean it up under the sink, let it dry. Make sure there are no noticeable contaminants in it. Because at this stage, obviously, this was nice paint. You definitely wouldn't want to leave any swirl marks or anything like that. But we're gonna get rolling with this. Plus side of this stuff is it actually smells pretty good. Not that you should be huffing your products, I'm just saying in general. It's got a nice smell to it. Also make sure you have some clean rags. This stuff wipes off pretty good too. And you can see I've been going probably 2 hard passes with the buffer, 1 medium, and then finally a light pass. And hello in there. You can see it's left a pretty darn nice shine where before this was, parts of it were cloudy, pretty oxidized. You can see I still got to pop the trunk and that's going to be fun. I forgot to get that out last night. But I'll set you back up here, go through this final stage, do a final review of what I think of these products. And hopefully, if you have a car that, isn't your trailer queen that you just want to shine up for the old lady, this should do it. I know my wife came home there today and she's like, dang, look at the Buick. I'm like, yep, that's ours. So that's what I was going for. That's what I got. Let's get after it. Okay, so that was our final stage, which is a show car glaze. It's like 0 cut. But I would say, I don't know how well this shows up in the video, but you can just tell, yes, you still have that mirror-like reflection, but now I'll say maybe it's more smooth or more refined. But that's kind of what that show glaze did to it. Kind of give you another shot compared to the last one. But if you're gonna do an A-body size vehicle like this, this is technically, I think, I consider this a mid-size car for its day. Best estimate, if you buy the 32 ounce, boy, I'm gonna be almost willing to bet you could probably do 4 cars with this kit. Probably one car per set of pads. Again, if you really want to do a nice job, the more pads, the cleaner pads, the nicer the result. But for what this is, and where it was to what it is now, it's it's presentable. It's presentable. We got a lot more work to do on this, but for now, that's our review of the Meguiar's cut and buff system here that we used, as well as the Hobo Freight buffer unit itself, along with the Grant pads, which again, made in Germany, highly recommend. And the Greedo's microfiber, which we used for our first stage. So this was a very short video. I have another video upcoming for the Firebird. I'm just fighting with brakes on that yet, but I got parts coming in the mail. And just as a reminder, we are going to be doing a giveaway here. Not on this video, but the next video. That's coming up, so watch out for the next Firebird video. I'll have the details of that giveaway in that video somewhere. I'll cut it in. And then we're going to shoot for doing a July 31st drawing on that. So I appreciate everyone's likes and subscribes. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in there. I like hearing from everyone. Otherwise, this is Andrew from Beyond the Manual, and I'm out. I need a shower after that.